Instant match reaction. It finishes at Old Trafford. Manchester United 3, Newcastle United 1. Manchester United finally returned back to winning ways after that awful winless period we had going into this game. And that was the main thing tonight. It wasn't, it wasn't a must-win. I wouldn't say that, but of course with Leicester and West Ham winning earlier on, we needed to win this game after that. So I'm glad we done it. We made it a lot harder for ourselves. We struggled. It wasn't a good performance. It was awful to watch. But the main thing is that we dug deep and we managed to, pick up the 3 points and finish Newcastle off in the second half. So I'm happy, but there's still a lot of problems in this Manchester United team. With that team going out, of course, I'll say the lineup first. So the lineup was De Gea in there, left back it was Shaw, and then it was Lindelof alongside Maguire, which yet again I was not happy with because against Sociedad, Maguire and Bailly played well, and I said in the preview you cannot drop those, and he did. So it's obvious that his favourites are Lindelof and Maguire. I don't know how you see that. I don't know why that is, but that's who he's going to be going with, isn't it? Well, by this game, but it was them two, and then right back it was Wan-Bissaka, and then it was Matic alongside Fred. Of course, I said it was going to be McTominay, but I think he had a knock in the last game, so he didn't play. He wasn't in the whole team. There was a few players that weren't in the whole team. I'll go on that shortly, but it was Matic alongside Fred. Ahead of him, it was Bruno. On the left, it was Rashford. On the right it was Dan James, which was a surprise. I really didn't think he would have started, but he did. And I don't think nobody had him in their team. And then up front, of course, it was Martial, because there was also no Cavani in the team. And yet again, Martial, he was so poor. So poor. So that was the team going into the game. Of course, it was a very strange one. When I first saw the team, I wasn't too confident. But there's still a lot of problems in this team by watching this game. When we went, of course, as I said, there was no creativity in that team other than Bruno Fernandes. And that's why we struggled so much in that first half. Because you have Matic in there, who's not going to create. He's not going to. You have Fred in there, who cannot make a forward pass. And then you have Bruno ahead of him, who has to create for Rashford. He has to create for James. And he has to create for Martial. Because no one else will do it in the team. Because Pogba's out right now. Donny van de Beek wasn't in the team. Maybe this was a game for him. I don't know. But, it's so obvious because we didn't create one single good chance other than the goal in that first half. And that frustrated me because, of course, coming off that Sociedad game where we played so well, I know they were more open and they didn't, play a low block like Newcastle did. But also I want to say, against low block teams, I was scared that Dan James would have struggled. But he also scored something and had a really good second half. So I'll go on to that in the player ratings. But yeah, that's a problem. And also another problem about this team is that we struggle because the centre-backs play so deep. They bring every single buddy back. So when we counter-attack, we cannot do anything. It's another big problem because you have Matic and Fred just sitting in front of them, not being allowed to go forward. We need to play. Much higher than we do, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs to notice that. That's another problem we have, and why we struggled so much today because we couldn't get forward. We really couldn't. So that's another problem. But as I said, overall, I'm happy with the performance. I'm happy with the result. But I'm not happy with the performance tonight. It was another poor performance, but we got the job done. And that's what we needed to do tonight. And hopefully now we can kick on from that game. But yeah, let me get on to the player ratings. So the player ratings, Henderson, De Gea. De Gea tonight. Of course, conceded. A lot of people on social media were blaming him. Scholes was blaming him at half-time for some reason. I really cannot think what he did wrong in that first half. But, yeah, De Gea for me, solid 6 tonight. Although he didn't keep a clean sheet, it was an average performance. But he could get a 7 because he did make a few good saves. I remember him one late on and one early on from Joe Linton. So you could get a 7, but for me, I'm going a 6 because it wasn't a clean sheet. But on the left, Luke Shaw, probably a 7 tonight. I thought Luke Shaw was good going forward, as he's been throughout every single week. He's always there for an option. He's always trying to help out Rashford on that left-hand side, and they work very well together. And I think, he was part of that first goal as well, if I can remember. Maybe he was, I don't know, but 7. Lindelof, 5. Maguire, 5. both, again, were horrible tonight. Again, the marking was crap for that St. Maximin goal. The defence, what were they doing there? I don't know. You've got to be marking those players better. Who was on St. Maximin because he had a free shot on goal once Maguire headed the ball back. So both were 5 for me. Awful again. I always say this. We cannot keep them together. They don't play well. Right back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Again, I saw him going forward a lot tonight, so I was happy with that. So I'm probably just saying it was a bit of an average, so probably just a 7 for me. I thought it was good as well. In the middle, Fred, 5. I thought, again, really poor tonight. I cannot count on my hands how many missed passes he made, how many errors he made in that middle. So probably just a 5. Matic, 5 again. Again, Matic, I don't think he's the right fit for Manchester United anymore. I think he's lost a lot of his technical ability. I think, you know, if we had Matic back in his Chelsea days, we'd be talking about a different Matic. But, yeah, really poor today. Again, he made a lot of errors as well. So, I mean, I have to say, he was very, very good for that goal. Of course, making the run through the space and then playing it to James. If it was meant to him, I'm not too sure. And then allowing Dan James to finish. So that was a good play by Matic, but I didn't think it was that good today. 5, but you could go to a 6 if you were being generous. Maybe, or am I being too harsh? I don't know. And then ahead of him, Bruno Fernandes, solid 7. Didn't have one of his better games, but he got the goal to, of course, finish the game off. So I'm happy with that. You also did have a few opportunities as well, but as I said, you had to create for 3 different people today. So what were you going to do there? So probably just a 7. On the left, Rashford. Well, of course, I'm going to give him a 7 as well today. I thought, you know, he was good, better than usual weeks. Again, maybe he was doing too much at times, but he got the most important goal to open the scoring. So I'm happy with that. It was a really good finish as well by Rashford. Sent Kraft for a hot dog and then turned in, and there's too much power on the shot for Darlow. And we go 1-0 up. And then, of course, on the right-hand side, Dan James, who I think a lot of people wouldn't have put in their squad today. First half, I'm going to say it, very, very poor. Didn't expect him to play well at all, but he didn't in that first half. But in the second half, he turned it all around and had a very good game. Got a goal. Was, you know, going forward, he was pretty good as well. He tried creating a lot. But yeah, second half, I was really impressed with James. But Greenwood needs to start there probably for me. But I'm not taking anything away from him because he had a good second half. So probably just a 7 again alongside Rashford. Maybe a 6. But I'm going to go 7. I thought, you know, Rashford and James probably only creative ones going forward as well. And then Martial, 5 again. Of course, he had that chance in the second half. But other than that, I'm not going to blame him too much because he didn't have too much service today. But again, another poor performance from Martial. So he's going to get a 5 for me. Could go up to a 6 though if I was being a bit more generous. But they're the player ratings, guys. Of course, Shortire came on towards the end. So did Mata and so did Greenwood. But I can't give them a rating because they weren't on for long enough. But tell me what you guys think down below. Manchester United have beaten Newcastle United by 3-1 and returned back to winning ways in the Premier League. Anyway, guys, subscribe down below. Leave your thoughts on the video and make sure to turn on the notification bell so you guys know when I upload. See you guys in the next one.